Hi everyone, welcome to DSTV class 17663. This is module 1. Okay, module 1 is a three-part series. First part is introduction and design methodology. Second part is about sequential combinational basics. Third part is about sequential basics. Right now we are in the part 1 of the module 1. Module 1, part 1 is introduction and design methodology. This is a series of lectures. So far we have covered one lecture 1A to lecture 1F, and this is lecture number 1G. In this lecture we will be seeing area and packaging. I welcome you all to the lecture number 1G, area and packaging. What is area and what is packaging? Which area we are talking about? We are talking about circuit area. What circuit? Integrated circuit area. We are talking about integrated circuit area and also about integrated circuit packaging. Okay, the cost of an IC is purely dependent on the market value business, but the role of the design will also come into picture. How? The in the terms of IC area. Okay, the IC manufacture, the integrated circuit will be manufactured on a silicon wafer. That silicon wafer will be in a circular shape. You can see that silicon wafer is a circular shaped one. Okay, it comes with few 300 millimeter diameter or 200 millimeter diameter. Okay, in the figure you can see the silicon wafer. On that silicon wafer we will be manufacturing many square shaped or rectangular shaped integrated circuits. Okay, this is a silicon wafer. You can see many rectangular shapes are there. Okay, that rectangular shapes represents integrated circuits. Okay, when when uh, there are more when there are more number of transistors to be placed on a single integrated circuit and more number of wire connections are to be done on an integrated circuit, then obviously the more number of transistors require more area, then the integrated circuit area increases. Okay, when the integrated circuit area increases, we can accommodate only few number of integrated circuit on a silicon wafer. Then we need to undergo to manufacture an n number of integrated circuits for multiple times. For example, if you want to manufacture 100 ICs, okay, on a single silicon wafer, if because of the large size of the integrated circuit, if only 50 ICs can be accommodated. When only 50 ICs can be accommodated on a single silicon wafer, we need to undergo 2 times IC manufacture. Okay, so we need to spend double the amount of the IC manufacture for 100 manufacturing of 100 ICs. Okay, this is because of the large size IC. Okay, when large size ICs are used, you are seeing that the cost is increasing. If we reduce the size of the ICs, so we can accommodate on a single silicon wafer all the 100 ICs. So we can go for one time IC manufacturing cost. Okay, hope this has cleared. Okay, when there are more number of transistors and more number of ICs, the IC circuit area increases. When there are more number of transistors and more number of wires, the IC circuit area increases. If we reduce the IC size, we can save cost. How we can reduce the IC size? By reducing the transistor size. If we reduce the transistor size, okay, then whatever the number of transistors, okay, then there will be not much increase in the integrated circuit area, right? This way we can reduce this IC circuit area, so we can save the cost. We will see, we'll take example. Before that we will see the IC manufacturing process overview. We will not go into depth of IC manufacture, just overview. You can see that this is a silicon wafer, and that you can see many rectangular shapes are there. Okay, these rectangular shapes are nothing but integrated circuit. One enlarged portion is shown. This is integrated circuit. You can see on the edges of the wafer, blue color, you can see that is getting wasted. Those areas are getting wasted because we cannot place same size of the silicon wafer integrated circuit. One more thing, these integrated circuits all are with the same size, length and breadth are same. Okay, okay, that is why we cannot manufacture integrated circuit on the edges of the silicon wafer. Okay, and we will see what is the importance of edges getting wasted. and this is the one enlarged version of the IC. You can see input output pins are placed on the boundary, and the gates, the logic gates or the blocks are in a circle or in a rectangular form. We'll see the packaging also. Okay, this is silicon wafer. Okay, this is the IC. You can see the gates are, and before packaging, okay, the integrated circuits will be tested on the silicon wafer itself. Okay, why? To find out the defective ICs. To find out the defective ICs. When the ICs are being tested on the silicon wafer, we'll separate the defective ICs and so one side, and properly working ICs on the other side. Whatever the properly working ICs will be there, will be sent to the packaging. You can see the blue, this is a silicon wafer and the many ICs are there, and you can see the blue color ICs are properly working integrated circuits. Those ICs will be sent to the packaging. You can see DIP packaging is going on. Okay, this is how, once the ICs are manufactured, we cannot 100% say all are perfectly manufactured. There will be defective ICs. Okay, and those defectives will be discarded and properly working ICs will be sent to manufacture. The defective ICs will also play an important. The edges of the silicon wafer getting wasted will also plays an important. The size of the IC will also plays an important in determining the cost of an IC. Okay, we will see once again this enlarged version. Okay, this is the integrated circuit placed on the PCB. You can see in figure 20 a integrated circuit which is placed on a PCB. We will see before the packaging and after the packaging. This is the packaged one. This is the packaged IC. Before the packaging it will look like this. Before the packaging, this is a bare IC with pins and all. Okay, with pins and all. In order to protect these ICs from other conditions like environmental conditions, voltage conditions and other conditions, okay, we need to package this to protect the transistors and their functionality. Okay, we need to package these ICs. So you can see this is taken from the Google source image. Okay, you can see the packaged ICs. The above one is a IC without package and below one is a after package. You can see the transistors, their connections are well securely safe inside this package. Okay, that is about overview of the IC. Why we went to the overview of IC? Because it's very much important. We saw the edges, right? Those edges are getting wasted. When the IC size is large and when the IC size is less, what happens? We'll take two silicon wafers, one silicon wafer and second silicon wafer. Okay, obviously each of with the different millimeter, you can see, and the rectangle, you can see there are many boxes. These boxes are nothing but ICs, integrated circuits. In this, the boxes are big, in these boxes are very much small. Okay, on the left side silicon wafer the boxes are big, and the right side the silicon wafer the boxes are less. And you can see the edges of this one, this edge, this edge, this edge. I'm using a mobile PowerPoint, so it is it sometimes it comes and sometimes the pen it doesn't comes. So yes, a pen came. This area, the edges, these are the edges getting wasted. Why? Because you can see more number of edges are getting wasted. This is because we are using large size ICs. The IC which are going to manufacture is large in size. Since it is large in size, the big boxes, you can see the boxes are big. The boxes are big. These boxes are in big in size, so we can accommodate only less number of ICs on the silicon wafer. So we'll be manufacturing less number of ICs on a single IC manufacturing process, and much of the area of the silicon wafer is getting wasted. Okay, if you take an example of manufacturing 50 number of integrated circuits in single IC manufacturing process, when the size of the IC is more, okay, and on one silicon wafer there's a accommodation for only 25 ICs. Then we need to go 2 times IC manufacturing process for to get 50 ICs number. So we are wasting double the amount. So if the size of the IC is less, we can go for one time IC manufacture. On the right side you can see the silicon wafer is about 200 millimeter, somewhat big. Okay, and the size of the IC is also less. You can see small number of boxes. The small number of boxes are small ICs. So you can also see the count of the boxes, the count of the ICs are also large. Means many ICs can be manufactured on a single silicon and a single IC manufacturing process. Okay, in a single IC manufacturing process we can manufacture many ICs when the IC size is less. Okay, remember, when the IC size is less, we can manufacture many number of ICs in a single IC manufacturing process. Okay, by this we save the cost of the IC manufacturing process, and also we save the cost of the IC. How we achieved? By reducing the IC circuit area. By reducing the IC circuit area, we are able to manufacture many number of ICs in a one time process or few time process. Okay, so this is how the circuit area of the IC plays an important role. Okay, and also defective ICs we spoke. If there are many number of defective ICs found in a manufacturing process, okay, then those are wasted and the amount is also wasted. But this, if the defective IC is found in large sized IC manufacture, then the much of the amount will be wasted. So that is another reason, okay, to go with the less size IC. Okay, less size IC to be manufactured. Okay, even the defective ICs are found in the less size ICs manufacturing process. That doesn't that much impact the cost, because we are manufacturing n number of ICs with small size IC circuit area. Okay, since each IC is packaged individually, the cost of the package, okay, once we manufacture the IC, as we said, we will be segregating defective ICs and properly working ICs, and properly working IC will be sent to the packaging. Okay, so the final cost of an IC is disproportionately dependent on the circuit area. You can say the cost of the IC is dependent on the IC circuit area. Since each IC is packaged individually, the cost of the package is a direct cost of the final product. The package serves two purposes. One is to allow the wires of the ICs to be connected to the external wires, okay, as well as providing power supply and ground connections. Okay, an IC with more external connections require more pins, and thus more costly package is required. Therefore, the pin count of the IC is a factor that constrains our designs. It is saying that, okay, make sure the pin counts are doesn't affect the cost. The second purpose of the IC package is to transfer heat from the IC to the surroundings so that the IC does not get overheat. If the IC generates more thermal power, means more heat, then the package can dissipate heat also. Okay, then the package requires additional cooling device such as heat sinks, fans or heat pipes, okay, which also adds to the cost. Thus thermal concerns arising from the packaging also constrains our designs. Okay, the packaging is also very much important. We are identifying the properly manufactured IC and we are sending to package. If that properly manufactured IC has got more number of pins, okay, has got more number of pins, then when that IC needs to be connected to the placed on the PCB and needs to connect external to the external devices, then it requires more number of wiring connections, then more number of PCB area will be required. Okay, so we need to concentrate on the minimum set of pin counts. That is one of the concern of the IC package, because if more number of pins are there, more number of connections will need to come and the cost will also increase. And the second one is, if the integrated circuit produces heat, okay, produces more heat, then the package, when it's packaged, the package will also dissipate heat. Okay, in order to cool that IC inside the package, okay, the packaging needs to be included some external devices to cool the IC. Okay, so it requires some cooling devices or like heat sinks, fans or heat pipes to cool the IC. Okay, I repeat again, when packaging, if the IC is found to dissipate more number of heat, then cooling devices should be included inside the IC packaging. Okay, like heat sinks, fans, or heat pipes. Okay, so these extra devices will also add to the cost of the IC. Okay, we need to concern about the packaging also. One we saw the IC circuit area will affect the cost when it is more area. ICs when the integrated circuit is of more area, then more manufacturing cost will increase. Okay, we will be manufacturing only less number of ICs. When the IC circuit area is less, we can manufacture many number of ICs on a single silicon wafer. We can save the IC manufacturing cost. So the IC circuit area plays an important role. And in packaging also, if the IC circuit pin count is more, we require more number of external wire connections. Then pin count will also will add to the cost of the IC. And if IC dissipates heat, then packaging requires cooling devices to cool the IC. So these devices will also be costed. So the packaging cost will also increase. So we need to make sure the thermal concerns. We need to make sure the thermal concerns are properly maintained. Okay, we need to make sure the the IC circuit doesn't dissipate much power. Okay, that is about area and packaging. Okay, the IC may be one of several components on a printed circuit board, which in turn is assembled with other items into a complete packaged product. Okay, similar arguments to those above can be made about the cost of PCB based on the number of ICs and other components, the number of external connections, the area or size of the board and package, and heat dissipation in the enclosing case or cabinet. Okay, we have seen the circuit area IC circuit area impacting the cost, IC packaging impacting the cost, and when these ICs are manufactured, okay, which needs to be placed on the printed circuit board. Okay, and about the cost of the printed circuit board is also based on the the cost of the PCB is also based on the number of ICs will be placing on the PCB and number of components will be placing on the ICs. This also plays. Okay, all these important factors also affect the cost. What are the factors? The number of ICs and other components, the number of external connections, the area and size of the board and package, the heat dissipation in the enclosing case or cabinet. All these accounts to the cost of the device. Okay, this is about the area and packaging of the IC. Okay, in the next class we will see another new topic called models. Okay, models is nothing but how to describe the design, what type of language you are going to use to describe our design. We will see in the next class. Thank you.